right, Shalom. First off, we're going to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makapadash.
Double honor to our apostles and elders, the great millstone who will. Peace, salutation, and blessings to the elect. Another GMS Dallas sit down on Thursdays, and we're going to go open up with the book of Obadiah. Because we're living in the times of as the brothers were discussing before the camera came on, the times of war. You see, Ecclesiastes says there's a time for can we grab it? Wow.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. And it reads, to everything.
It's like they one word it's time for devil. Okay, so that's a lot.
Come on, I'm gonna start at the top though. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heavens.
Keep going.
Come back, you want to get to the point?
Whatever you get through the spirit.
Read down. Well, we just read down there. It says a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh.
No, and we're the scriptures say better pretty much it's time to be in a house of mourning. The wise are in a house of mourning, somberness, seriousness, You see, and then it says it's a time to laugh, you see, which even in we have our moments amongst the brothers where, we kind of kick our feet up, chill, have a good time, because that's relief from the seriousness of this walk that we're in, man. Brothers catching hell on every side, so the Lord gives us that, that's our prize, that's our consolation on this side, because you got niggas in the world, they're rich, you see, they got the best looking women, the best driving the fastest cars, nicest houses, living a life of a luxury, man. You see, but here we are, downtrodden, oppressed. You see, having to turn the other cheek, getting crapped on daily. You see, right? That's our prize, man. Keep going.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 5. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing.
A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, man. You see, because really a line is being drawn in the sand, man. Either you with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai or you not. You see, and we see God. We see the Lord is slowly turning up that notch of who his men are. Because you see these other Israelite counselors, they're bugging out more and more and more as we get closer to the end. They're bugging out. They're tucking their nuts, changing the doctrine, coming out with all manners of heresies. You see, talking shit against the true prophets of Great Millstone. You see, keep going.
Like a quick precept. I just want to make a point. And all what the brother's reading, it takes the spirit to discern it those particular times. All right, because our people right now, we're in a time of war. Like the brother's reading, that shows you the balance between the balance of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, it's always a time for everything, man. You see, but our people are in the time of, they always in party mode, man. They don't know when to read. They can't observe and read this and understand and read the spirit, man. And knowing what time they in and being caught up, all right, and not being able to read the spirit is gonna catch a lot of our people off guard, man, with what the Most High is about to bring, and that's how a lot of our people are gonna die, man. You see, not being able to read the spirit was everything that's taking place on the planet Earth, man.
So, like, if I can add real quick, Yahweh Shah pretty much said the same thing in Luke the 19th chapter concerning 70 AD. Right, he says, only if you would have known the things that belong to that peace. But but now the enemy's going to come in and level everything. It's not going to be one stone left unturned. He was speaking about 70 AD. But he says, if only you would have known the things that belong to your peace. Because Jake, never understood what times he was in. I got a quick scripture that's cool. It's Ecclesiastes 8 and 5, real quick, just to land back. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment.
You see, a wise man's heart, man. You see, like the scripture saying, I think it's proper that a wise man foreseeth the evil. You see, that's being able to read the spirit, man. All right, and see what's taking place, man. Look through it with a spiritual lens. All right, and knowing what time you in, man. You see, all right. But the food is going on and upon us, man. These people are not. The majority of our people are not. They cannot read the spirit like the scriptures say. They're spiritually discerned, man. You see, they spiritual retards, man. They don't understand. You see, they literally special ed when it comes to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. You see, because it takes a particular spirit to actually understand, all right, what we doing, man, and it has to be given unto you to see and to be able to understand it, man. You know.
This is John 17, verse 6. It says, I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou givest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou givest them me, and they have kept thy word. And now you can see when you go into the Lord saying he is giveth me out of the men that's out of the world. So what was that saying? It's time to refrain.
Time to embrace and a time to refrain.
Can I go to read it again?
From embrace.
It's Ecclesiastes 3 and 5. It says, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing.
See, so the Lord has pulled us out, the men that have that spirit that keeps our name, keep his name. He's pulled us out of the world and refrained us from embracing the people of the world. All right, because these days are evil. We got wicked men here. The Lord is going to come do a mighty work upon the earth. And if you are trying to be joined hand in hand with the world now, you're going to receive those that righteous indignation. So the Lord basically it's time to refrain from embracing. That's why you got to let certain things go. Let certain people go. All right. Who are we embracing? We're embracing the elect. All right. Like you say, when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. When you're around people in the world, the Lord is not in the midst of those other people. The Lord is in the midst with this men, all right? The ones that signed the crime, the one he said that basically he's gonna put that to wall. So we gotta refrain from the world, refrain from these things that's in the world.
You got to preach.
Come back in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, in verse 6, it says, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away.
We're priests, the priests, we were meditating on this over a meal. We were talking about we're in a time of losing possessions, because you get the order, we get the order, and all hell starts breaking loose. You're not gonna be worried about that your 80-inch TV, that you love, so that you enjoy watching Netflix off of, or your favorite couch or your favorite favorite delicacy item that you own, your possessions, all this. The scriptures say, 2 Ezra 16 and 40, make you ready to, oh my people, make you ready to the battle, and even in those evil ones, be as pilgrims upon the earth. You see, pilgrim, you know what I'm saying? You just a journey, a journeyman, just wandering, passing through
to a holy place.
To a holy place, and that's what we're trying to get through, man. That straight gate into salvation, being beamed up. You see, into the chariots of the so-called UFOs. Right.
And again, going into that time of losing, man, it reminds me of Philippians, the 3rd chapter. We suffer the loss of all things for the excellency of Yahushua, man. You know what I'm saying? Also, Matthew, the 19th chapter. Everything you lose, you're gonna get back 100-fold, man. So, hey, we're in a time of losing right now. We accept that, man. We're ready to lose on this side, man, because we know we're gonna gain everything on the side to come, man. You know what I'm saying? So Ecclesiastes, back in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd, you got something?
I had that 2nd Ezra, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, the 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40. Oh my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. 39. 2nd Ezra 16 and 39, it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
Yeah, we see the plagues are not slacking, man. They're we're literally in the midst of World War III with Iran, Israel about to draw the least of the flock. You see, and get everybody involved into the World War III, the war of Armageddon. You see, we're in those times, man. The plagues of famine, upwars of the people, civil war. You see, Egyptian rising against Egyptian. All these prophecies are literally bubbling to the pot where the pot is about to just boil over, man. See, read it one more time, please.
Come. 2nd Ezra 16 and 39, it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
The world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon on every side. That's 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. Many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter time, that the wicked that dwell on the earth, because they have walked in great pride. Man. You see, everybody is self-absorbed, narcissists. You see these women just getting wickeder and wickeder, ruining men's lives, reducing them to a piece of bread. Niggas are getting worse. More shootings, killings. Brother just posted in the chat the other day, Chicago was about 11 shootings in the span of hours, a day's worth, days worth. You see, this place. Well, that's also prophecy because iniquity shall abound and love of many shall wax cold. So we're to the point of really this all out hell that's blowing open. You see, and the people that are ready that don't have this truth are going to just be counted to the slaughter, man. You got something on?
I'm just gonna say, man, like I said, it plays real quick. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. The world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side, man. Meaning you're not gonna be able to run, man. Nowhere you. That's Amos 5, man. You see, as a man did flee from a lion in a bare metal, or he went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him. He couldn't. That was on. He couldn't escape that, man. There's nowhere he could go to escape. You know what I'm saying? Those pearls and those judgments, man.
Right.
And there's nowhere you people are gonna be able to escape. You know what I'm saying? You can fly to another fucking country, you still not gonna escape, man. You see? The Lord, the angel gonna follow your ass right where you go. The death angel gonna wait for the Lord to get that command, man. You see, so there's nowhere you people can go. And like the brother said, all these things are taking place. The famine, you see the famine happening right now, man. I just seen a fucking article. There's been multiple articles, bro, about all these fucking recalls, man. On all these particular foods, on meats, on vegetables, all these goddamn recalls, man. Because it got salmonella and all these particular diseases. What do you think that is, man? Those are plagues, man.
Right.
You see, and these people Americans are so fucking numb to this shit. And they see it and it's just like, oh, well, it don't bother them, bro. How can you not, you know what I'm saying? How can you not understand what time you in, man? You see, and seeing all these, that goes back into them not understanding prophecy, man.
Yep.
You see?
You had posted that article in the chat about they got the famine or the food shortage at the Olympics.
Yeah,
This is supposed to be the world's chief athletes competing against each other. It's supposed to be, that's a high class event. That's a, elite. He's considered elite level event in this place, and they don't have enough food there. So what does that tell you for the whole world, the whole population of the world, the food supply, which the famine is being manufactured by the elites, which are the wicked, Job 9:24, the rich international banking families that rule the world in secrecy, man. You see? But ultimately, hey, it's sanctioned, it's inspired by the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. That's what he wants done. See?
All right, back. You have hope?
I mean, yeah. All right, verse 4 it says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be as."
So if it's not gonna be no Jacob's trouble, what battle are we making ourselves ready for? You see, if it's just gonna be a skip and a hop into the kingdom, what are we prepared for? What are these evils? What are these plagues talking about? You see, if they speak not according to this word, it's because there is no light in them, man. So it's ultimately this is like a final trumpet call, to those that are still teetering and tottering on who you should follow, who has 100% truth. The proof is in the pudding. You see, who's going into prophecy, able to correctly break down the prophecy, and the prophecies are been coming to pass, starting with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone for the past decades. That's who you should follow, man. You see, but ultimately you have to. Ultimately, the elect are gonna fall. The elect are gonna hear the Lord's voice. You got it, though.
If I can add too, just anybody if you out there saying ain't gonna be no Jacob's trouble, the Lord is just not with you, bro. He just want to put you to death, bro. Because the scriptures clearly speak of Jacob's trouble. You got Daniel, the 12th chapter, a time unlike any other since there was a nation. You got Jeremiah 30, basically it says Jacob's trouble right there. Then you got Acts 14:22, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. Tribulation, when you go into it, it means struggle, man. So if you're speaking that madness, that nonsense, man, the Lord just wants to kill you, man. You know what I'm saying? He not with you, bro. So that's just mad. I just wanted to add that, because that's crazy, bro. It's right there in the scriptures.
I can say even Yahushua himself talked about Jacob's trouble. Matthew 24th chapter. It says it's going to be a time of tribulation such as never was since there is a nation, man. Roughly paraphrasing. Yahushua, he prophesied that. Revelation 7 chapter speaks about right? The large multitude, okay, the elect of the nation of Israel, all right, men, women, and children, starting with 144,000. And it said, these are they which have washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb and came out of great tribulation. You know, so as the preacher is going into, man, so I mean, it goes to show you that these are false prophets, man.
And in order to come out of something, your ass got to be in it. You know what I'm saying? These Christians really think that they just gonna, you know what I'm saying? They came out of it. I mean, they didn't even know, nigga, they was in it.
Right.
And then the Lord saved them out of it, bro.
Right.
Ezekiel 14:14, though these three men were in it, Noah, Job, and Daniel, even they could only deliver themselves by their own righteousness. You know, you look at all the times of, you know, great peril, right, tribulation upon the earth. Well, the Lord kept his men in it. Noah, during the time of the first death. The Lord didn't pull the Enoch on Noah. The Lord kept Noah right here upon the earth, man. While the great flood was happening, you know, floods from the deep and floods from the Shemaiah, man, was coming down, but Noah was in it, but the Lord preserved him. You know, that's going to be the same case for the Lord's elect. As the priest was just reading John the 17th chapter, Yahweh shall pray for his elect, and he says, Father, I will not that you take them out of the world, but you should keep them from the evil.
Yes.
You know?
Jesus tells you it's gonna be what? Because these days are evil. It's going to be circumcised. Yeah. And why is the days gonna be evil? Because the Lord's gonna put the spirit on your enemy. Esau, the so-called white man, needs at least to go ahead and try to perform an enterprise. That's why I said he's gonna come down with great wrath, knowing that he has a short time. You know you about to lose. The kingdom's gonna slip away from you. All right, and you know your time is short. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go as they say balls to the wall. You can do everything you can do. He ain't gonna basically when they do these rides and different things. Right. Esau ain't gonna go ahead and say, okay, we're gonna let y'all go. No, he's gonna start pulling that gun out. What do they do in Bangladesh? Go look and see. Go look for stories on that. They said, hey, these military, these police officers, these government officials, they're not playing. They're pulling their guns out and blasting people. Yeah, they shoot to kill.
Yeah.
Shoot to kill order.
Hey, that's awesome.
This is what's coming here in America.
Yo, hey, just laying back and off the brother. Hey, that second Ezra, which Lord will, look at, spirit, however the spirit goes. But second Ezra, the 15th chapter and the 17th verse says, a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. You see? So what's that? What's that? You know, how can you break that down? Checkpoints. You see troops in streets, stay-at-home orders, or if you leave outside your crib, you shoot to kill. C to the concentration camps. You see those F to the EMA, you know what I'm saying, camps. Those are here. You see the articles out. You can Google it. I believe was it at least 800 they say, and this was an article I remember reading this years ago. At least 800 of those C camps are ready to house people. You got to walk with these huge family household names. Stores such as Walmart's is miraculously closing down. Huge malls closing down, stadiums closing down.
People forget about these mega churches.
Mega
churches. All they gotta do is just take the pews out, put some metal cages, and put niggas in it. They got love going to church so much.
Yo, they gonna house people in them, man.
Then we talk about these. They've been doing this for years, since like 2010, if not earlier. I can't think of that. David, I can't think of his name. The white dude, the Edomite with the white hair, but he went into it when they showed all these different these things. Basically, just cats, these big old boxes, and they had them in fields. You know, I know a lot of brothers see them. It was just thousands of them, and they was like they preparing for something. And they ain't like you can put 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes in one, a whole lot of them. All right, why do you think they ordered all them things and got them sitting over there? They didn't just order them, let's sit them over there and just leave them there and we'll use them one day. It's a time, the times we're in, they're going to utilize those.
They got with the A to the to the Izzy to the I robots, armed, me and brother, Bernard, a couple years back, it was a video where they had a Terminator robot. He had not one but 2 pistols, and he was shooting the targets from distance away and pinpoint, pew, pew, pew. They got the robot dogs. They show you that in the show Black Mirror. You see what I'm saying? It's all these things, and they fit it. They learn to fit them with the turret guns. So they also got the facial recognition. So it's they got the drones that can fly and fly into a person's skull and detonate. Using facial recognition. So all Esau's about to pull out the stuff that that we know about. He's years in advance of that. So he's about to pull out all his toys. As the Lord is about to unleash his war, Esau is going to try to wage war against the Heavenly Father.
If I can add to it, all of these things are part of the evil day that is coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Which, when you read in Proverbs, the 16th chapter, verse 4, it says, the Lord created all things to himself, yea, even the wicked, for the day of evil, man. You know, so that's these devil's purpose, man. This evil day, man. Because of you wicked niggas, man, and spiggers, man. You know what I'm saying? That's for you. That evil day is for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we're in those times now, man, which is all Bible prophecy, which is Revelation 19. Yahweh Shai, the spirit of prophecy, man. You know what I'm saying? And Sirach 39:1, we should be occupied in prophecy. You know, these are things that if you're on some other shit, you know what I'm saying, family and wives and relationships and all this crap that some of these groups are on, man, then that's the spirit of the Lord ain't with you, bro. You know, the spirit of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy, man. And who do you see constantly going into prophecy, man? The men of the great millstone begin to start with Apostle Tyrone down, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what we push. We push prophecy, bro, because that's the spirit of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and they ain't like you're saying, these other camps, the mindset they're pushing on their congregation, they're not preparing for this battle that we're getting ready to go into, man. You see, while they playing, they trying to build in this place, all right, you're gonna have a mindset of the elect, where their mind is gonna be gearing up, and you know what I'm saying, to lose everything, to lose this shit that we got on this side, man. Right. You see, being able to endure in the times, you know what I'm saying, and lean and trust upon the Lord, man. These other Israelite groups are not really doing that, man. They're not really taking in and getting that understanding, like the scriptures say, with all that, getting what it say, bro? Getting understanding, not truly getting that understanding, man. You see, they don't get it, man. You know, they don't want to break, man. Brothers, hey, man, you should be thinking about this every fucking day, man. Every fucking day, your mind should be on what we getting ready to fucking face, man. That should never leave out your fucking mind, man. You see, if it leaves out your mind, that means you ain't thinking, you ain't preparing yourself, man. You should be preparing yourself, man. All right, I know it's about to get hard. We about to lose this shit. This shit is all this little shit. We about to be uncomfortable, man. You see, but this is what the Lord said. You see, the Lord said, if I do this work, my servant shall eat, my servant shall drink. All right, versus the other ones where it said, hey, my servant shall be joyful, but you gonna weep and mourn, man. You gonna howl for vexation of the spirit, man. Why is this happening? You just imagine, they said men gonna be as women in that day, man. Just imagine these people ain't gonna have no fucking answer to why they ain't fucking eating, man. Why they ain't drinking, why everything is shit, everything is going to hell, man. You see? They ain't gonna have no, but the Lord said, those men that do his work, my servants shall eat, man. Right. You see? You gotta believe that. You think IUIC them is talking about this, preparing their minds for this, bro? No. Sakara, no, bro. You see? It seems like nobody else is doing that but the man and like-minded man of Great Millstone, man. Those affiliated camps that teach this doctrine and got the right mindset, man. You see? Everybody else is talking about bullshit.
I got a quick one. Ecclesiastes 7:4. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools. It says, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. And in NLT it says, for the part about the fools, it says, while the fool thinks only about having a good time. And that's what these other accounts are focused on. Good time, the worldly image, being the chief god, getting the women. What the brother did, you just posted that today in the chat about IUIC.
No, that was Sakari. That was the former Sakari members.
Oh, okay.
Deacon and Kai and Assad.
Yeah, they
got their own little camp now called Genesis. And now they got flyers, all across social media, welcoming the sisters, that the sisters can join the camp. Like, what the hell? True. Like, that's off, bro. Like, I got a quick one. Let y'all have something. Just laying back on. Okay, this is laying back on what you said. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 24. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end.
Yeah, you see, just like what's that nigga name? Reds Tate told Smokey, man. If I think about something else, man, I'm dead. You see? Right, yeah. And that's our mindset, man. We focus on the day when we're getting ready to face, man. Right. You see, the Lord gives us our enjoyment when we're around each other, man. We have the Lord blesses us to have spiritual conversations, man. You see, to spend time. The Lord gives us little pieces here and there, man. But man, every time, bro, you may have a chance. You may be looking at your child, you enjoying yourself. The next thing you know, you just looking at them and your shit just snap back. And what we about to go into? You like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I need to get, you know what I'm saying? You try to do everything to get even closer because we gonna need the Lord, man.
Yeah.
We gonna need the Lord, bro. That's the only way we gonna be able to get out of this, man. We ain't gonna be, I don't care how strong you ain't gonna be able to save yourself, bro. We gonna have to lean on the Lord. We gonna need the Lord fully, man. You see?
You know, why you think Yahweh Shah, you know, you read the book of Isaiah, the 53rd chapter, he was known as the man of sorrows. You know, because, you know, even when he was amongst his disciples, he was always thinking about that day he had to go through, you know, when he had to, you know, eventually, you know, offer up his whole body as a sacrifice. He was every day Yahweh Shah was thinking about that, you know. So as we're laying down our bodies as a living sacrifice, you know, in the spirit, it's gonna get physical for certain brothers, man.
Right.
You know, so are we thinking about that? Are we actually putting ourselves mentally, you know, having the mental images, you know, okay, damn, I'm in the F camp. Esau's torturing me, pull out my fingernail, you know, whatever, man. You know, and you got to think about that. That's called what? Arming yourself with the same armor of mind that Yahweh Shah had. 1 Peter 4:1.
I have quickly just coming back. This is Proverbs 30 and verse 5. It says, every word of Yahweh Shah is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. And that focus has got to be, like say, on Yahweh Shah. We focus on too much on our families. We focus too much on just worldly things. You know, your vehicle. All right, that's why there's a balance in this thing. The Lord, like I say, you gotta watch it because you'll be focused on something else and not putting enough trust in Him. All right, the Lord said trust in Him because His word is pure. His word is pure, meaning that the things He said, and He said, I know the priest thought me to say Isaiah 55. His word shall not come back void. Lord, these things that we're preaching about and we're telling you is about to come down the pipe. All right. The Lord said, tarry, wait for it, but it surely will come. You might as well say it surely is here. It's here. So the only thing it's gonna get, it's like it's fuel to the fire. More fuel to get put on the fire, what's gonna do? It's gonna what? Get sparked up more. All right. Soon it's gonna turn to a blazing flame, as they say. So so we got to get our minds correct. Constantly, what it say? That sound mind. Constantly keeping yourself in check. Right.
Let me finish this out. This is Sirach 18 and 24. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance when he shall turn away his face. You know, because soon, all right, there ain't gonna be no grace period around.
Right.
You're gonna be the men of the Lord. You can have the luxury to, you know, kick your feet up at the house and, you know, watch the apostles, the elders and brothers on your plasma screen TV. All right, you just got there and eating dinner. No, man, it's not gonna be like this, you know, for very much longer. You know, as Elder Yashwama's been harping upon the point through the Spirit, this ministry is about to go through a different phase. You know, now we're about to go into the time of persecution. Now we're about to go into the time of the Lord actually testing our fidelity, testing our loyalty towards Him. Because we've been talking the game, you know, myself included. We've been preaching, but now the Lord's about to see if we're going to practice what we've been preaching. You know, He's been giving us little trials and tribulations, you know, throughout our daily lives to see how we're going to implement, you know, the things that we've been learning. Right. But as the preacher's been going into, now we're about to go into the real battle. Because this has been boot camp all along. You know, and you see Jake folding in boot camp. Proverbs the 24th chapter says, I'm going to grab it real quick. I don't want to mess it up. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. You see? And what's that strength is talking about? It's talking about your faith, man. And here Jake is already fainting, all right, because his faith is small. So this is what we should be focusing upon right now, is building up ourselves upon our most holy faith to be prepared, all right, for the time of trouble such as never was since there's a nation, man. You know, we're going to have to really, you know, walk by faith and not by sight. You know, you're going to have to be like, you know, Denzel off that movie, Book of Eli, man. You know, like we look at that movie and be entertained, like, wow. But we're going to have to go through the same stuff, certain brothers, man. You know, so that's what we should be thinking about.
The scriptures say that we have not yet resisted unto blood, man. You know, there's another phase, another level of things to come, man. You know, like the Kahan mentioned, you know, we've been going through certain little tests and, you know, certain little tribulations, things happening, the Lord putting us through this, putting us through that. But we ain't resisting unto blood. Like he also mentioned, hey, you might find yourself in one of these concentration camps. Esau pulling your each fingernail off, you know, trying to get you to conform to his way, man. You know what I'm saying? Or your head in one of the on the chopping block, the guillotines, the water, my brother. You know what I'm saying? The martyrs, man, they coming into play. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who those men are. We could very well be one of those men. You know what I'm saying? So like the con you were going into, man, you got to have your mind, preparing your mind for these things, man, because these things could very well happen. We're not coming into a time of play, of happiness and cotton candy, and you know, like some of these groups, ain't gonna be no tribulation. Nah, bro, tribulation is on the way, man. You know, this devil is about to drop the hammer, man, because this is it for him, bro. You know, he finna go all out, man, because he ain't got nothing else. You know what I'm saying? This is it, man. I'm gonna take as many of my can with me. Then it's gonna be his mentality. You know what I'm saying? So
to add on, also that the whole world looking at you, you've been posted in the mainstream, all the mainstream outlets. People are you have a bounty. See, because the scriptures talk about John 16, the day coming that whosoever killeth you shall think he does the Most High service. So these people, we're getting ready to be blamed for every single problem that a person can have, whether small or great. We're going to be to blame for that. We're going to be paying the T word. We're going to be all types of false slanders against us, man. You see, and brothers are going through that in their daily lives, man. The Lord is just building us up. He's giving us a prelude of what's to come through the experiences that we are going through right now.
Can you read that? What you just read?
Okay, yep. Go back. This is the book of Sirach 18 and 24. It says, think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance when he shall turn away his face.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to land back that with this, because we coming in that time, and the Lord is about to turn his face. It's Psalms chapter 10, verse 1, and it reads, why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thy face in times of trouble? You know, so the Lord is fixing to allow this devil a period of time that he gonna just let him go off, man. Go your balls to the wall, do your thing, man. You know, I'm gonna turn away for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna let this devil go all out, man. Them the times we're coming into. You know, the devil coming down, Revelation 12 and 12, having great wrath, because he know that he had a short time, man. You know, he's at his wit's end, man. You know, and trust me, he knows it. You know, and he's feeling it. You know, what would you do? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing else. Listen, I'm gonna get taken out, man. Shit, I'm gonna go crazy.
Right.
I'm going crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what this nigga's finna do, man. This nigga finna go crazy, bro. You know, real talk. So yeah, the Lord is about to allow it, man. He's about to turn his face, man, in a time of trouble, proving that there's trouble coming, man.
Yep.
What is it saying in time? Why you turn your face in times of trouble? Trouble, tribulation, trouble. It's all the same things. You got groups out here saying it ain't gonna be no Jacob's trouble, man. When that's all the scriptures are talking about. Dunces, man.
It say people gonna be invading one another, spoiled for what it say for the lack of goods and for great tribulation, great trouble.
Right.
And 2 Ezra 15 and 16, we're living in those books. So to hell with anybody speaking contrary to the 100% true doctrine.
I got one for you. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 14. I'll start right here from the top. Then came certain of the elders of Israel unto me, and sat before me. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart, and put the stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of all? Should I be inquired let me start from verse 3. Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart. And what's some examples of idols that's concerning these elders, so-called leaders of Israel's hearts, man? All right, still calling the name of Jesus. All right, you know, caught up in women worship. You see, you know, a lot of they're caught up in these women worship. They don't even know. You know, you give these women a platform. You know, in your congregation. You know, that's just a few.
Like I said, I see this big on that too. You know, when you look at the time of the Passover, what do they do? Have these different what do you call them shows where, you know, fashion shows. I'm sure that was a woman that brought it up, because who they have that's basically the host of that particular part of the show is they had a woman up there. This is something. So they basically do whatever they can to appease they women. You know.
So going back to Ezekiel 14:3, son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart and put the stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of at all by them? And when this was given to Ezekiel, this word of the Lord was given to Ezekiel, he was already in the Babylonian captivity. And we know the type of gods and goddesses that they was worshiping in Babylon, Baal, Marduk, Nebo, Baal, you see, and all those gods, they're back today. Esau has guised them in different sectors and genres and agendas in this world, man. Through the entertainment industry, the food, relationships, everything. All these guys are back. Religion, of course. All right, so it says, verse 4, therefore speak unto them and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Bashmal Shah. And that's what the prophets are doing now. We're saying, thus saith the Lord. We're not telling you things that we've devised in our own minds. This is why, brothers, we speak, starting with our apostle, we speak precept on precept, man. We don't speak our own opinion. We don't preach our own feelings. No, we give you the words, man, the words of the Lord. It says, therefore speak unto them and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, every man of the house of Israel that setteth up his idols in his heart. And who's the chief idol today? Esau, Edom, the God of this world. And Jake has set up Esau in their minds, man, to where now the Most High and everything pertaining unto Yahweh Bashmal Shah is blocked out of Jake's mind. Every man of the house of Israel that sets up his idols in his heart and putteth the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face and cometh to the prophet, the Lord will answer him that cometh according to the multitude of his idols. So the Lord's like, all right, I'm gonna give them a message then. All right, this is what he says, verse 5, that I may take the house of Israel in their own heart, because they are all estranged from me through their idols, meaning what? That the Lord's going to send you a great delusion, like he says in 2 Thessalonians 2:11, because they receive not the love of the truth. All right, therefore the Lord shall give them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. The water, brothers. You see, and you see Jake in La La Land. Jake is in a strong delusion. You got a lot of Israelites that's literally going after the camps. They don't believe America's going to be destroyed. All right, Israelites still don't believe in the names. All right, here we are in the last quarter. Now you switching up the breakdowns. Now you saying that Russia's still going to be in power once Yahweh Shah lays down all rule and authority. You see, that's the Lord putting Jake into a strong delusion, and that's part of the judgment. Like we look at particularly the individuals, man. We're like, man, and the Lord want to judge these niggas, but we're looking at their judgment right there. Right. You being bugged out, you being deceived. That's a judgment. Because the whole point of being deceived is what? You don't know that you're deceived. You're literally walking around in the earth thinking that you believe in the truth, but you don't the whole time. That's a lying spirit that the Lord sent out. All right, amongst the wicked doers, amongst those that really don't have any sincerity towards the Lord, man.
You go back to the Ecclesiastes 3, comments.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, get to the point of verse 8.
Y'all start at 7.
Oh, verse 7? Okay. Verse 7, it says, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak.
Yeah, and the scriptures say the prudent in those evil days, those troublous, tribulation-filled days shall keep silent. You see, because in Jacob's trouble, we know it's going to be a famine of the word. We aren't going to be out here trying to convert souls, you know what I'm saying? So to speak, just, we're going to be Clark Kent to the utmost max in those days, man. You're not going to want to be discovered, you see, because like we were going into earlier, we're going to be a target, you see. So we're going to be moving in complete silence and in complete order with the Spirit. You see,
back in Ecclesiastes 3 and 8, it says a time to love and a time to hate.
A time to hate.
A time of war,
a time
of peace.
A time of peace. We're not in the times of peace, man. The scripture say when they say peace and safety, then suddenly shall destruction come upon them. You see, and like when it say a time of war, and that's the times that we're in. Right. You see, we can go to Obadiah, then I translation over. I was in one, he want to get down. We go to that Obadiah, before the minutes stop. Come we started at verse 2. And then,
February 2. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 2. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised."
yeah, the nations are the nations are literally starting to despise the Lord, starting to hate the Lord. You see, your allies are getting annoyed with you and starting to, you know what I'm saying, turn to your enemies. You see, what's that? Turkey, who they in talks with? I was just reading Turkey. They starting to talk with is it Russia?
Well, yeah, they think,
And talks with them, and that's a chief ally of America, man. You see, so ultimately it said you'll be made small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. That's Nahum the 3rd chapter.
yeah.
The Lord said He's going to lift up your skirt, show the nations your nakedness and your foulness. You see, these other nations are, you know, they're making commercials. They see Joe Biden. You know, he's lost his mind. Then what do you have? Talks of a woman. You got a woman about to run for the president, the chief commander of the United States. A woman is running for it. So these nations are looking like, yeah, this place is weak. This is our time to get her.
Yeah.
This is our time to take her down.
So we see that through even like prophecy. You see with Turkey, you mentioned Turkey. They are basically allies with NATO and the EU, but yet it's always been shaky. And like I said, that time when Trump was off, right after he got out of office, Turkey was trying to buy some military artillery. And I think, like I say, I don't know what NATO, EU, you know, they joined hand in hand. They turned it down, but they went towards like Russia, towards the BRICS nation. They were like, yeah, we'll sell them to you. They are mostly talking with them more, but it's getting to a point now. Even what did Turkey say with this war going on? They may end up jumping into the war over there with the small heads, you know, in the land, you know, with Palestine. You know, they ain't gonna jump on the side of the small heads, or I say small. With people in the land.
I mean, add to Turkey was a huge component for NATO.
Yeah.
You know, so that would be a huge loss. You know, as far as the military and stuff is concerned, and expertise, you know, that's a huge loss. That'd be a huge loss for NATO. You know, for Turkey to jump board or jump ship. And of course, you got the Hungarian prime minister. He's talking that same thing. He's pretty much allocated his country as a non-participant in the military and the U.S. military brigade. You know, so
Yeah.
you see the beast is breaking apart. Starting to hate the beast. Is starting to hate the war, man. Ultimately.
And that's I was going to say that's pivotal, as brothers, you know, had mentioned of Turkey, because they're prophesied here in Ezekiel the 38th chapter
Right.
to be, you know, pretty much underneath the guard of Gog and Magog. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. It says go. I'm just going to get it straight to the point. I'll start in verse 4. The point is in verse 6. I'm going to read it. He says, Ezekiel 38 and 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth. And this is speaking about Russia. And all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Here's the point right here. Gomer and all his bands, and who's Gomer? Turkey. You know, so this is you know, very heavy that Turkey is really breaking loose. You know, right now, you know, they're still a part of this system, you know, partly iron, partly clay, but eventually that clay gonna break off from the iron, man. So it says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. You see, so the Lord is literally setting up the chessboard, man, for America to be destroyed.
Right.
If I may add, they all kind of had relations. You know, when you look at Persia, you look at Ethiopia, you look at Libya. You know, Russia has actually embassies in these countries. Right, so that relationship is pretty much always kind of been established. So this is just prophecy speaking loud and clear.
No one of these shall fail, man. Isaiah 34 and 16, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Lord says his word's not going to come back to him void. Isaiah 55. I'm about to mention that. Quoted that earlier, man. You know, these things are going down because they're written. They're prophecy, which how shot the spirit of, man. You know what I'm saying? These things are going to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? This Bible is real. It's alive. This book is a living entity, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these things are going down, man.
Hey, just speaking on the war subject, Zephaniah 3 and 9 tells us to wait ye upon the Lord till he rises us up to the prey. For his determination is to gather the nations, that he may pour upon them his anger and his fury, man. You see, that's the times that we're living in, man. These nations, it's gonna be a destruction on. America ain't gonna just be the only place that gets severely destroyed. You see, other places gonna be hit by those missiles that America shoots off at them in retaliation. So.
Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, going back to Petra, saying Mount Seir. It's talking about you, Esau, and you see it in you're still here. You Edomites have not been done away with. Look at your infrastructure. It resembles Rome to a T, the Greco-Roman Empire, which are Edomites, Idumeans. You see the so-called Romans. Y'all are all the same people. Y'all are Edomites. You see, and you look at the infrastructure. You have skyscrapers. You delight in your skyscrapers. These tall buildings, which the scriptures say you're not supposed to pretty much build like that, man. The apartment buildings, 3-story, 4-story apartment buildings, everybody stacked on top of each other. You see, you like to be up high in the penthouses, and I'm going to the scriptures. You got it.
If I can add real quick before you go on, we notice it's talking about when you read in the heading at the very top of Obadiah, the first chapter, it says Edom will be humble.
Ooh.
As a matter of fact, when you read it in the NLT, it says Edom's judgment announced.
Ooh.
So it tells you right here in the scriptures that it's Edom it's talking about. But then you got the likes of vocab alone trying to say Edom is done away with, man. This is a future prophecy. It says will be humble. When were they humble?
Yeah.
When it says Edom's judgment announced? When were they judged?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Talks about the day of the Lord in Obadiah. So that lets you know that Edom is still on the planet Earth.
Exactly.
They're not going to participate in the day of the Lord.
Boom.
Even the Jewish encyclopedia says, I think it is a Jewish encyclopedia says that Edom is the scene of great future judgment.
Yes.
That's
That's right.
Salakia.
No,
So where is that history written? The encyclopedia talks about Esau, Edom, being modern day jury. That's what I got.
Right.
All right, going back, verse 3, Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Yeah, the pride of thine heart, thine mind, your thine mind has deceived thee. You see? Keep on.
Hey, what's that nigga name?
Noah,
yeah,
the
man, that
Raw.
nigga is deceived, dog. That nigga proud, bro.
Uh-huh.
Listen to them niggas that speaks, cotton swab. All these niggas are talking against the heavenly Father. Yahweh Shemel Shah, man.
Yeah.
You see, saying they don't need the God of the Bible.
You make their own water.
Yeah, then we can do this and we can do that. We can beat on him. We can beat death. You see, nigga, your pride have deceived you. You see, it
All
says.
that's, if I can add, all that's going back to what's that? Second chapter of Psalms.
And that's long.
Oh yeah, Psalm chapter 2. Yeah,
That's all it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? They trying to break those the bonds from the Lord, man.
Right.
Which they're not gonna be able to do, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's what that is. That's that spirit, man. You can clearly see who these people are, man.
That's why they're trying to go into DNA thinking he can change and break it that way.
Right.
See,
Right.
Trying to shoot people with their shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Try to disconnect them. You know what I'm saying? Trying to break them bonds, man.
Right.
Using the most Yahweh Shem Shah, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah is in everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Esau's trying to take that out, but he can't. You see, like the brother's going into.
Now, I was just gonna add on with that son that
You got it out. I see that.
I was just say when you talking about with the Renee, I don't want to say it. That was the first time that they brought it out to alter you. You know, so these people that took that, they're altered. They whole thing is changing. All right, your body's code. You're code inside your chromosome.
You're a patent now.
You're a patent.
Made them patents.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Niggas trying to stick the stick up in you, break the blood-brain barrier, get
Yeah.
those nano particles to go up in a particular part of the brain that he can't use the access. He's trying to find every way to try to break those chains, like the brother had mentioned in Psalms chapter 2. But it's not gonna work, man. You see? Going back.
If I can add real quick, somebody had got that and said that they felt like
They
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of. I thought it was a cat that was in the truth, and he lost the connection with the Lord Spirit.
They
Yeah.
feel like spirit there,
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm showing you, bro,
That's
it
it.
alters you.
That's that serpent sauce.
Right.
You see?
Right.
And then if that sauce is doing that, imagine that MOTB for the people that receive you, man. he may be able to control you because they got the experiments to where they control. I think they were controlling the bull. Yeah, mouses. So what more? You know, a human. You know, that's what they working towards. Then conversely, we also last month in the month of June they were speaking of implanting the second person with that you know, the end link headed by Elon Musk. You know, so.
Hey, this nigga talking about through that chip, he'll be able to, if a motherfucker need to serve a jail time, he can make it, he can make them serve 20 something years in 2 minutes by putting artificial false reality in their head and thinking that they spend 20 something years in jail. You see, for a particular crime, man. And showing you that, like the brother said, they're gonna be able to control you. They're gonna be able to put thoughts in your head and take thoughts out. If they can put them in, nigga, they gonna be able to take them out.
Right.
You see? To the point of Esau already try to whitewash and try to hide history, all right, through the books. So how much more when he actually has this technology within you, then he really gonna be able to make you believe what he wants you to believe, man.
Yeah, because he like your president saying what is it? What's to come be unburdened by the things that has been.
Yeah.
So he gonna be able to take things away. So you won't think about the history of your. You know, of the slavery, all these things he's done to you because it's gonna be unburdened. He's gonna take this shit away from you.
Hey, episode, you know what I'm saying? Because they show, you know, they're through their predictive programming, an episode of Black Mirror, you know, this show is on Netflix, series 1, episode 3. Brothers, watch that one because it's going into that chip and through that. It ain't gonna spoil, well, you know, brothers go watch it, whatever. But through that chip, he's able to pull up. They can pull up memories that's on that chip. He can scroll back. You know, he can go back to past memories, or you know what I'm saying. So it's recorded. You know what I'm saying.
And they showed you that in that Spider-Man too. With what is it? Not Far From Home. Is it Far From Home? It was the second Spider-Man with Tom, whatever that nigga name is, when he was fighting Mysterio. You see, one of the technologies that this nigga made, Mysterio had made. You know what I'm saying? Tony Stark basically he used it. You know what I'm saying? And they showed him going back into his memories and him talking to his parents before they died. You see? So like the brother said, he's gonna be able to, man, this is the shit that this nigga gonna be able to do, man. And then that goes right into where it says in 2 Thessalonians how this nigga gonna be able to perform miracles, man. But really, it ain't gonna be miracles, man.
No.
He ain't gonna truly be able to perform miracles and make people whole. Only the Lord can make people whole, man. You see?
Yeah, that's that Revelation 13 too. Transcending the common course of nature. We go into that word miracles. Yeah, miracles, power to do miracles in the sight of the beast. When you look into that word for miracles, it pretty much goes into transcending the common course of nature. And what do they got? That T to the hue to the ism agenda. With Noah,
trying to transcend.
Yeah, headed by Noah, Yuval Harari, Cotton Swab. You know, and all those different satanic priests.
And next year,
now go ahead.
I was gonna say, next year in 2025, you know, Lord willing, a lot of shit happened between now and then. But you know, Cotton Swab, he's stepping down next year. So right, he's gonna be in his spot. You know, so yeah,
he gonna get in there.
He gonna get in there and start making changes, man.
Yeah, they're gonna use the guys to the global warming, all these particular things like that, man. We know it's a lot, but who else is doing this, man? Like the brother had read the definition of going to transcend the common course of nature. What does transcend mean? It means to go beyond. He's trying to do that with the vegetables. Nigga got beyond meat. Nigga, what's beyond meat, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Nigga trying to go beyond meat. No, nigga. And it's proof that shit don't work. All this processed food and shit, that shit don't go, and it wasn't meant to go into the body, man. You see, it wasn't meant to go into the creation that the Lord had made, which is the body, man. You see, this artificial shit that Esau, you know, puts together with these particular chemicals to make it taste a certain way. Goddamn strawberry soda ain't got no strawberry in it. It's just a fucking. How did that nigga make that?
The Lay's potato chip, jalapeno flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like
nigga, jalapeno on some spray.
Yeah,
he's gonna make this shit into a spray.
Man, that's scientist.
Red pop. I got a quick one. This is Job chapter 38 and 11. And said, hitherto shalt thou come, but no further. And here shall thy proud ways be stayed. The brother just, you know, going into the point about his miracles transcending the common course of nature, him going beyond, he's trying to go beyond his limits, but really everything's already, he's working in the confines of the Lord. And as soon as Esau thinks that he's gonna go beyond that, the Lord's he's gonna stay his proud ways, man.
Yep.
He's gonna no further.
Yep.
You know, he's like a little barking tarantula tied up to a tree.
Mm.
You know, he too big for his breed. You think he could, you know, yeah.
He's a tarantula.
Oh, I said tarantula.
Yeah.
No, yeah, not tarantula. I was thinking about a chihuahua. Yeah.
Like a boy giraffe.
We were talking about that earlier. That's why I slipped in there.
Yeah, he's a new creation.
Barking tarantula.
Yeah, y'all know what I mean. Yeah, but that's Esau, man.
You got the power, man.
All right, come going back to that Obadiah chapter 1. All right, in verse 3, it says, "The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock."
Oh, read that in the NLT, Bob Shaw.
This is Obadiah 1 and 3 in the NLT. It says, you have been deceived by your own pride, because you live in a rock fortress and make your home high in the mountains. Who can never reach us way up here? You ask boastfully.
You see, and you set your you went into the heavens. You got the space station, your satellites, the quote unquote all-seeing eye, where you can see in real time what's going from all the way from the firmament. You can see what's going on in real time. I believe, but what's that one movie? I can't remember. It was Grace. It was some state. It was
Great state. Great state.
who was in it?
Will Smith?
Yeah. They showed you that movie.
Enemy of the State.
Yeah, Enemy of the State. They show you that in that movie. They got real time footage of people on the earth. If they tracking you, they got real time footage of you.
Just like that movie Eagle Eye.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Eagle Eye.
Yep.
I get a quick one real quick.
That Fast and the Furious had
Yeah.
God's
Yeah.
catch everything you do in real time.
It's Job 12:7. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall teach thee. This is why the Lord is linking Esau or likening him, like an eagle. Because when you consider the eagle, the fowl of the heaven, all right, they're the highest flying bird, all right, and like the brother's going into, chief predators, a lot of aspects that you could learn from the eagle. Right now, the brother's speaking about, his that big brother aspect, him just looking up on everybody, spying on everybody. That's how eagles get down. They look up on their prey from a very high distance, and they swoop down, and their prey don't even know. So yeah.
And I believe, if I'm not, I'm Googling right now to confirm. Yeah, it says eagles have the best eyesight in the animal kingdom and can spot and focus on prey up to 2 miles away.
Damn.
And everywhere you go in society, there's cameras on our phones. These newer phones, iPhones, you got 4 or 5 cameras on the back. You got like 2 on the front. With traffic, you got traffic cameras. You got cameras on your TV. Cameras everywhere, man.
Oh, man, bro, I watched a video, bro. This nigga was explaining, bro, how even Netflix monitor your ass. They monitor your heartbeat. Yeah, bro. I'm sure I'm not sure in the chat, bro. That nigga going in, bro. That shit monitor your heartbeat when you watching a movie. You get excited about that shit. Is monitoring that shit, bro.
Man,
Yeah, bro.
They're all wiser
Bro.
than Daniel. Esau is he goes back to the this guy's goes back to the word nakash for the word serpent in Genesis. It says pretty much goes into a diviner. You see a sorcerer, and you see that in his in these the scriptures say the thought of them, every one of them is deep.
Yep.
You see, so these elites are the wicked that are ruling. Their mind is on a whole nother level than the everyday 6-pack Edomite, so-called white person.
Right.
And then also in that verse 3 in the KJV, it says, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? See, and that's how that's another way you can, this is me putting out there, brothers, correct me if I'm wrong, but that makes me think of Goliath. How he was boasting in his might, nobody had to defeat him. You know what I'm saying? So he was pumped, pumped up, he was proud. Who shall bring me down to the ground?
Who shall make war with the beast? Revelation 13.
Right.
You got it though, brother. And then also, because I was gonna show that picture for the camera for the beginning of verse 4. I'll show it to all 3 cameras. So in this picture, you got the Greek, the Roman, and the United States, and you got the coin, and on the back of it, you got the eagle. You see, so the scriptures are accurately and clearly pinpoint Esau, Edom as we know that he's here through prophecy, man. You see, we know that he's still on the earth through prophecy.
Okay, just going back to Obadiah chapter 1 and verse, I'll read verse 3 again. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Yeah, the Lord is gonna bring you down, man. You see, what does the scripture say? Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall, man. You see, you got
Now make your point, bro.
Daniel 4:17 also tells you that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. Who's the basis of men? Of all 18 nations, or all other 17 nations, there's 18 biblical nations. Who is the basis? Esau, Edom. He's the scum of the earth, man. The cancer of the earth.
Right.
You got it, bro.
All right, come. This is Job chapter 12, and I'm gonna start at 13. I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says, but true wisdom and power are found in the Most High. Counsel and understanding are his. Is the point. What he destroys cannot be rebuilt. When he puts someone in prison, there is no escape. You see, but like the scriptures say, even when you read in Malachi chapter 1, it talks about how they said they will return and rebuild their desolate places. But it said the Lord said he's gonna tear that shit down, man. You see, what the Lord tears down, it can't be rebuilt, man.
Right.
That's a cut to them niggas talking about
Make
the
them
Russian gonna
break
rise
them.
and shit and all that. Nah, bro. When the Lord tears this shit down, ain't nobody else gonna rise up, man.
Right.
When the Lord come back to put the heathens down, they ain't rising up no more. Not even for a second, man. You know?
They got weapons hidden somewhere in the kingdom that we don't know about.
Yeah, they gonna come out like the planet of this last planet of the apes. Yeah, nigga gotta go try to retrieve something from another bunker in order for them niggas to have a fair fight. Yeah, like, nah, bro, stop it.
Right.
But going back to that Obadiah, man.
If I can, real quick, before you go there, I got two real quick on that point you just made. If I can get that real quick. One of them is Isaiah 14 and 22, or it's 21.
Prepare slaughter.
Yeah, but I want to. Yeah, there's a point in it that is it 21? Yeah, just start from 21.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Boom. So they're not gonna.
Yeah.
When the Lord destroys these devils, they're not gonna rise again, bro. Or fill the face of the world with cities. This is what they're gonna rule over. Ashes is gonna be a destruction, bro.
Yeah.
There's a nuclear winter coming. It's gonna be through out here. What they gonna rule over? You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, just to add, let me get this one. That was the point that they ain't gonna rise no more. This is Nahum chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, "What do ye imagine against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time," bro. So they're not gonna rise again. This is it. When he destroys these devils, the Russians are Edomites too, man. He's gonna destroy Esau. That means he's gonna destroy the American Esau, the Edomites. He's gonna destroy the Russian Edomites. They're all going down, man.
Canadian
The
Edomites.
Canadian Edomites, everybody think there's something different. That's Edomites, they're gonna get destroyed, man. It's gonna be over for them.
British,
All of them, the British Edomites.
European, all y'all.
Yeah. So the Hassad, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, man. The spirit of the Lord ain't with these dudes, man. You know, and that's why they don't got it. You know, you gotta have the spirit of the Lord, the discernment of the Lord, the understanding of the Lord to break these scriptures down, man. And obviously they don't have it, man. It's very clear. You got it.
That's why they're asking for sisters to come in their camp.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Ultimately, it's going to be the end of the heathen rulership altogether.
Exactly.
Right. You know, and it's just that's what the scriptures talk about. Setting up the house of David all over again. And when you go through history, David had every nation under subjection.
Right.
So where is that? How is that going to make sense if the temple is being built right now? The kingdom being established, that they're going to rise up again.
Exactly.
Nonsense, man.
Where's Yahushua gonna be?
Right.
Oh,
That's
man.
right.
Bro, the scriptures say that Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it, that follow it. Right after that, man. So the destruction of Esau, period, is going to bring in the Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? So where is Yahushua doing this rise of Russia for a period of time? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense, bro. As a matter of fact, what's that one is it in First Corinthians? when you gonna do? You gonna deliver up the king to
1 Corinthians 15.
15?
When
Can
we
you
get
get that
it,
real quick?
yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15. And I'll start right here at verse 24 through 26. 1 Corinthians 15 and 24. It says, Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High.
The end. Esau is the end of the world.
Yep.
Jacob's the beginning of it that followed. This is going into Esau's end. Then read again up.
Verse 24, Then cometh the end.
Then cometh the end. This is what this is going into, man. The end of the Edomite rulership, man. Go ahead.
When he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power.
All
yeah.
rule, authority, and power, man. Not some of them. He gonna leave the Russians to come after that. All of it, man. Esau period is gonna be done. It's over, bro. The hell are you niggas talking about, bro? Are y'all reading these scriptures? I don't think they reading. Go ahead.
I got a quick one for you.
Go ahead. You got
Daniel 7 and 13. And I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom is that which shall not be destroyed.
Everlasting.
Bro,
Period.
that's why I asked, where was Yahushua gonna be? While Russians ruling. He just read it, man. He gonna be having all dominion, and everybody gonna serve him. Daniel, you read it in Daniel 7? Daniel 7, 27.
Philippians 2 says, at every knee and every tongue is going to confess and bow at the name of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. That includes the Russians. So how in the hell are they going to be empowered?
Exactly.
They're not going to bow?
Right.
How in the hell you not going to bow when you got literally a heavenly invasion coming up on the earth?
Exactly.
Hey, Habakkuk the 3rd chapter says, when he shall invade them with his troops.
Right.
So you got Yahweh Shai riding up on the fathership. Then you got the millions upon millions of angels cracking through this dimension. And your ass ain't going to bow?
Right.
Okay. We'll see.
Right.
Russia gonna stand up. Stop, man.
Yeah, nigga got the same old ass, stale ass missile from
Right.
from Babylon's days. You gonna try to fire it up.
Can I bring this up real quick?
Come on.
Just going to what it said. This is Ezekiel 39 and start at 8. Behold, it is come, and it is done, saith the Lord. This is the day whereof I have spoken. Here's a point 9. And they that dwell in the cities of the Israel shall go forth, and they shall set fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and the bucklers and bows and arrows and handstaves and spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years. So what they gonna use? Hard language?
Right. Exactly.
Scripture says right here, this, behold, it is come, it is done.
That's it.
That's it. It ain't gonna be no more weapons. So what they gonna fight with?
Ain't nothing after done.
Going on.
Yes,
Done is final.
exactly. This is Psalm 37, and start at verse 28. It says, For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. All right, so the seed of the wicked is going to be cut off. They ain't say the seed of the wicked, but we're going to leave a little part of the wicked seed. Because Russia is a part of these. Those are Edomites as well. They are part of the wicked seed. He said they're going to be cut off. Say verse 29, the righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. All right, so it's no period of time where when the Lord, like we said, crack them clouds open. It's not going to be a period of time where he's going to come and he's going to set forth judgment, and then he'll give a little time for Russia to come in and say, you know what, we're ruling for a second.
Right.
Because they're going to be a part of the, Second Ezra 13, where they're going to be so afraid. God, they're going to be a part of it. You know, they're going to be a part of it. No, you go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I had it in GNT.
Yeah.
I was looking for a good part to start at, bro. This Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse. I'll start at verse 26. I might as well start at 25. It says in GNT, this is the meaning of the vision. The man you saw coming out of the sea represents the one whom the Most High God has kept ready for many ages. He will free the world he created and established a new order for those who survive.
Mm.
You saw the wind, fire, and storm going out of the man's mouth, and you saw that without the use of a spear or any other weapon, he destroyed the great crowd that was advancing to attack him. This means that the time is near when the Most High will begin to free the people on earth, and at that time, everyone will be close to panic. We seeing that happening right now, bro.
Yep.
The Lord is free. Hey, the Lord is bringing. He's freeing the elect, man. Right? It says, and there we see the whole earth is in fucking panic. Now it's soon to come to America, man. Real soon. Verse 31. It says they will begin to make war against one another, city against city, region against region, nation against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. When that happens, the sign I told you about earlier would take place, and then I will reveal my son, who you saw as a man coming out of the sea. When they hear his voice, all the nations will leave their own territories, forget their war with one another, and come together in one great crowd, too large to count, as you saw in the dream.
So, like I said, Russia's not going to be a part of those that are at war with one another.
Right.
Part of these other countries, they're going to be part of the main ones at war.
But they're spearheading.
Yeah.
It says the nations will unite in the singular purpose of making war on my son.
Mm.
Like you said, that's all nations. Even Ronald Reagan talked about that.
Yep.
It was an outside threat. We all put aside our different. This is going into their script. This is the
Yes,
scripture. This is
exactly.
prophecy.
Right.
You see, all these particular governments. That's why the Lord, and when they do, when Yahweh Shah, like the brother said, when Yahweh Shah comes back and crack them clouds, man, all these nations is fighting against each other, gonna come together. The Lord gonna gather them niggas up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then he's just gonna poof, turn them niggas into powder and dust.
Yeah,
You see?
that's Revelation, the 12th chapter, verse 8. You know, there was war in heaven, Michael and his angels, Michael being the chief archangel of the Lord's armies, and against the dragon and his angels, you see. Then they even got the fighter jets, which is like a highly, one of their highly esteemed groups called the Blue Angels. You know, they do the air shows and all that shit, you know. So it's clear and cut and dry what the scriptures are speaking of. And it's coming, from the apostles and elders to us like-minded brothers, man.
Yeah. So he's trying to say Russia's gonna rule even for about 2 or 3 days. It's not happening. All right, that's not it. All right, when the Lord comes, it's over for all these Edomites. They're done, son. So you can't try. Why are you trying to add them in and say, okay, he can get a little time? You're trying to add on to the doctrine. No, just stick to it. No, the Lord said when He returns, it's gonna be standard's gonna be lifted right then and there. You got people failing for fear. Now you got these other nations fighting. They're gonna see. They can just go towards the Lord. And like I said, they're gonna be wiped out, clean, clear. And it's gonna. That's when the kingdom is gonna start being established after He wipe all these rulerships and after all these military men out.
It's not gonna be like the time of Joshua when Joshua he pretty much led the conquest to of the children of Israel into the land of Canaan. Well, we took over, we defeated, most of the enemies, but we still had, little remnants, little pockets of, Canaanites, Amorites still around, and every now and then they'll kind of be a thorn in our side. It's not going to be like that.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shah, like you said, he's going to completely wipe them out. It's not going to be like the time of Joshua, man. And Hebrews, the 4th chapter goes to that, how he's going to bring us into that true rest.
Yeah.
That wasn't the true rest when Joshua brought us in.
That's something. So you gonna make a point though?
No, I'm
All right. This Daniel 2 and verse 44 in the GNT. At the time of these rulers, the Most High of heaven, the God of heaven, will establish a kingdom that will never end. It will never be conquered, but it will completely destroy all those empires, then last forever. Nigga, ain't nobody rising up, bro. Says it's gonna completely destroy the empire.
Yeah.
I got a quick one.
Isaiah 9, it says the government there will be no end. Like when that's established, that is a forever reign.
Right.
This is Psalm of David, Psalms 20 and 8 in the NLT. I'm gonna start at verse 6 in the NLT. Start at verse 5, pointing to verse 8. I'm gonna read it. May we shout for joy when we hear of your victory and raise a victory banner in the name of our power. May the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shai answer all of your prayers. Now I know that the Lord rescues his anointed king. He will answer him from his holy heaven and rescue him by his great power. Some nations boast of their chariots and horses, just like Esau. All right, his fighter jets, all his military apparatuses. All right, that's what they're boasting in. But it says, but we boast in the name of Yahweh our power. Those nations will fall down and collapse, but we will rise up and stand firm. You see, that's the point. They're gonna fall down, collapse, and we're gonna rise up. It's really that simple, man. The simplicity of the gospel. But Jake, want to make it all confusing.
Yeah.
Just add stuff that's not even there, man. Now you got the flock confused, which they're not even. If the flock is confused, they're not part of the true flock at the end of the day.
Right.
Because Yahweh Shah's woman, she's not gonna be beguiled, beguiled by the serpent.
Right.
By these false philosophies. They're virgins. This is all they know, the simplicity of Yahweh Shah, man.
Yeah, I just want to make one last point, but going back into that vision of Ezra that the brother Nadia was just reading, I want to, he read down, I want to jump and make this point right here. When Yahweh Shah returns and they try to, they warn heaven when they try to subdue him and fight against him. This is 2 Ezra chapter 13 and 8 in the KJV. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, because he's gonna be in that father chariot, man. He ain't gonna have to physically fight these devils, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 10, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. One of them laser beams, man. Mm-hmm. It says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight. Which, like the Khan said, is Russia not going to be a part of that? They're going to be spearheaded. They're going to be in this right here. Mm-hmm. It's talking about Russia too. It says, and burn them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So it scared the hell out of Esdras. That vision scared the hell out of Esdras. And so what he saw was pretty bad, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be good for the Russians, man. You know what I'm saying? What are y'all talking about? Right. I'm still confused. So which is what y'all bringing, a bunch of confusion, which the Lord said he's not the author of. He's not the author of confusion, man. The simplicity in Yahweh Shah, bro. Stick to the script, bro. Niggas trying to be deep and mangling the scriptures, man. The scriptures are very clear. It's not gonna be Russia ain't gonna rule, man. They're Edomites. They coming to destroy the Edomites, bro. Simply put, man. Point blank, bottom line, period. Bang the gavel, the court is adjourned, man. Go home.
So with that, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, who will well. Peace, salutation, and blessing to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.